Hello, dear my students. Today we will talk about research with animals. Animal research fact. It is illegal in the United Kingdom and Europe use animal to test cosmetic of their ingredients. It's illegal in United Kingdom and European to use the animal in research. At 3 is available non-animal method. And animal research in the United Kingdom is regulated and inspected by the Home Office. It's a legal agreement that all potential new medicine intended for human use are tested in 2 species of mammal before they are given to human volunteers in clinical trial. You know information and detail of clinical trial, and we will talk about phase of clinical trial in the next hour class. The type is that all potential veterinary medicine must be safely tested in animals. Animals are used in scientific research to help us understand our own bodies and how they work. This is necessary to develop new medicine, new methods, new drugs, and new bats. Animals are also used to safety test potential medicine before they are tested in people and to check the safety of other chemicals. You can see a very interesting diagram how animals are used in research. Research using mice is relevant to people. Humans share at least 18% of their genes with every other mammals, and we have the same vital organs, including the heart, lungs, livers, kidneys, and brain. Although animals can seem different to us, their biology is often very similar. This means animals can be used to understand our bodies in health and disease and have predicted whether medicine are likely to work and be safe. Genetically modifying animals like mice can make them even more like humans and even more useful and understanding disease. You know, I'm a rheologist, and rheology is a spatial subject, spatial direction. In frame of rheology, we study information about the blood flow in the different organ. But our research, we use, in our research, we use mice and rats. Blood circulation in the organ of rats, like as and same as blood circulation of the human organs. It's very, very important fact. How animals are used in research. Animals are also used to see whether new chemicals have harmful effect, such as finding out whether a chemical causes cancer or harm the unborn fetus. The short lifespan and repeat Breeding of mice are particularly useful as they allow us to understand the effect on the future generation. Types of animals used in scientific research. Vertebrates such as fish, birds, reptiles, amphibians, and mammals are products used United Kingdom law, and license are needed to carry out research of these animals. Genetically modified animals, mostly mice, now make up over half of the animals used in research. Largest animals such as pigs, dogs, and monkeys account for less than 2% of the animals used in research. Research is also done using insects and tiny worms such as nematodes, but this work is not regulated and is not included in statistics of animals use. Scientists must use alternative to animals when they can. Nobody likes using animals in research, and scientists use non-animals research methods whenever possible. It is illegal to use animals if there is any other way of doing the research. Research into alternative methods is founded and co-organized by the National Center for Free Arts, which is dedicated to replacing, refining, and reducing the use of animals in research and testing. Most medical research is carried out using in vitro study, tissue culture, computer simulation, and human studies. Sometimes the answer told me that it's necessary to study all living animals. We will talk about three R's principles in the last slide of our presentation today. Control of animals research. Before scientists and their instructions, such as university can use animals in the research, they have to get a license from a home office. Their application is judged by other scientists, vets, and the members of ethics committee. You know information of what is ethics committee. What is ethics committee? Ethics committee is a special organ with professors, with teachers, with scientists, with students, with representative of law direction, and people in ethics committee must be representative of different direction of sciences. Research without agreement of ethics committee is not legal research. To get that license, the scientist has to demonstrate that they expect benefits from the research, outweigh the harm that will be caused to the animal in the world, and that there is no non-animal method to answering their research questions. They must also show that their method uses the minimum number of animals. The scientist has to estimate the severity of their work. They are expected to show in their application how they would minimize and possible pain or suffering to the animals. Some experiments do cause pain or distress, but licenses for such work are hard to obtain and must show why the research cannot be done without causing suffering. There are truth rules that govern the use of animals in research. 3 separate licenses are needed: a personal license for research, a project license for a study, and the establishment of license for a place where research is done. Government vets and doctors make regular and often announced visit to make sure that the animals are properly looked after. On their recommendation, license can be remote and facilities closed down in rules are broken. It's very, very important. And I think you have some knowledge about authorization process of our university and of all university in the world. And one of these aspects do on check and control of research with animal and research with human too. It's a very important slide and it's a very important note from government and from committee, world committee of research. Animal research and medical advancement. Each year, there are breakthroughs and new treatment thanks to animal research. Here are a few examples. 40 years ago in the United Kingdom, in 5 years, survival rate following diagnosis of breast cancer was 50%. Today, this figure is 18%. Thanks to advances in treatment and screening. Screening is a very important process. Georgia has 5 different programs for screening, and one of them is screening for breast cancer. Herceptin is just one of these treatments. It results by treating the chance of some types of breast cancer coming back, and was developed using rats, mice, hamsters, and monkeys. It is based on a mouse antibody. Leukemia treatments, including chemotherapy, means that 8 out of 10 children diagnosed with acute lymphocytic leukemia survive for the last 5 years, and then many make a full recovery. 20 years ago, all the 3 infant children survived 5 years. The improvement in a party due to an animal research. It's very good information. Yes, Ebola. In 2019, the Ebola vaccine, FCV Ebola, was found to the 100% saving 750 and 500 people. The vaccine, which was initial test, 7 effective in primates, subsequent extremity promising results in humans. Leukemia treatment, including hematography, means that 8 out of the 10 children's diagnosis with acute lymphocytic leukemia survive for at least 5 years, and many make a full record. 20 years ago, only 3 in 10 children survived 5 years. The importance in partly due to animal research. The diet of research animal. Research animals are specifically bred. This makes sure that the animals are free of disease, are of no genetic tox, and raised in good condition. In occasional circumstances, wild animals are kept for conservation board and free are usually raised back into the field. In a typical experiment, trying the researcher given animals does potential medical, and they take blood sample or scan the animal to check inside its body. Preventing boredom is important for captive animals, and the animals are provided with items to play with. Animal care staff and the weights are on hand to look for signals of pain or distress, and can stop experiments to prevent side effects. At the end of most scientific studies, the animals are humanly killed so that a full examination of their tissue can show the effect of the treatment. Of this is not necessary, might be used in another experiment, and very occasionally animals are harmed. Will future medical advance require animal research? Many of them will, to understand the whole body and the way different parts, such as the heart and lungs and the nervous system, interconnect. It's vital to study the whole body. It's not possible to create artificial. All potential medicine and new chemical must by safety tested on animals, ensuring that they don't have unexpected effect on the heart, liver, or other vital organs. Other tests estimate effective dozen and find the best way to administrate the medicine. Be it by mass injection of another method. Clinical trial of a new medicine, which assess its efficacy and identify side effects, can only be conducted in humans after the new medicine has passed the animal safety test. We will talk about clinical trials and 4 phases of clinical trials in the next our class, but we will talk about preclinical trials, and preclinical trials is a very important part, a specific phase when main subjects are animals. And now we will repeat what is 3R principles. About 3R principles, we talked during this presentation. What is Rayer's principle? The Rayer's initiative aims to promote the trials, reduce, and recycle. Globally, so as built about sound materials cycle society through the effectiveness use resource and materials. It was agreed upon to the G8C Island summit in June of 2004 as a new G8 initiative is ordered to formally launch the free air initiative. It was also agreed to hold a ministerial meeting in Japan in the spring of 2005. What are the free airs? The principle of reusing waste, reusing and recycling resource and the product is often called the free airs. Reusing means choosing to use things with care to reduce the amount of waste generated. Reusing involves the repeated use of items or parts of items which still have a stable aspect. Recycling means the use of waste itself as a resource. Waste minimization can be actuated in the effectiveness way by focuses primarily of the thirst of the prayers, resued, always resued, and then recite. It's all today, dear my students, and I will have some answer for you in the next week. What is Rayer's principle? Why research with animals is very important. Thank you very much. Bye.